Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Joyful Pause. How's everybody doing this afternoon? It's a beautiful day out. I just wanted to hop on a little while and maybe talk about a couple of hot topics to me that are in my mind today and kind of get you guys' opinions on it. First of all, I had ordered recently some plastic storage containers because all mine are gone. You guys, like, when you package up food, you never get your plastic Tupperware back. Are you guys there? That's me. But you know what's crazy is that when you see these little bargain boxes on Amazon, and you get these packages with your plastic storage containers, and like, I don't remember back in the day them making stuff this size, like right here, this size, these sizes. What is this? What is this to me? You know what this is to me right now in my life is an irritant. These things irritate me. Anybody else with me? These things irritate me so bad because all they do is, when you open the cabinet to get a container, they just fall out. They fall out, they're always tumbling down, they're always in the way. And what are they good for? What are these good for? Absolutely nothing. I mean, the younger millennial generation could say, well, you could put my sauces, my dipping sauces in here. I'll put my dipping sauce on the side of my plate, put my ketchup and like, put it on the side of my plate. These things are completely useless. Like, if I still had a sewing kit, maybe I could put my stick pins in here, or needles, or what is the thing you used to put on your finger? A thimble. Remember that? Remember the thimbles back in the day, guys? I used to sew. I used to love to sew. I used to make my clothes in junior high school. I did. I love to sew. But anyway, I pulled these out of the box today and I set these aside. I'm going to ask today, like, what do people use these irritant containers for? How much smaller can they get? They're a pain in the butt. That's what these are, a pain in the butt. So I just want to bring that up to you guys. Also, I'm always late with my coffee. But in the media, last couple of days, they've had a couple of stories on coffee creamers. And me and my kids were always discussing coffee creamers and really how bad they are for you. And here we are, they're doing like exclusive studies on coffee creamers now. They run all these stories on the coffee creamers and how bad they are for you, which I've known. My cardiologist has told me, my children have told me. I think my sons are drinking their coffee black now. And my daughter's just giving it up altogether. She doesn't even drink it anymore. So I'm still like in last place, and I'm still drinking my coffee, and I'm still adding my creamer to my coffee. As a matter of fact, I ran out of creamer because this isn't the normal color of my coffee. I know my coffee's right based on the color of the coffee. When the color is right, I know it's cool. So I don't have like this set amount that I put in the coffee, like a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons every day. It's based on how when I get the color right and I'm stirring and I'm adding creamer stirring, and when that color hits, I know that I'm ready. So having said that, yeah, they're doing these studies on these coffee creamers. I think it's like 14 that they're evaluating. And my used to be coffee creamer is at the top of the list, Coffee Mate. So yeah, and I love that Coffee Mate with the hazelnut. Whew, I used to love. I still love it. But something happened with the Coffee Mate one day. Like, I was like, that is my favorite. I've been drinking Coffee Mate for decades with the hazelnut. Love it. But one day, I had some coffee creamer in the refrigerator, And I went to put it in my coffee, and I noticed the bottle was really, really heavy. And I'm like, oh, what's... And then I kept like shaking it up because it was towards the back of the refrigerator where things kind of get a little slushy sometimes if it's too close to like the motor back there. It kind of, sometimes it'll freeze stuff up. So I was like shaking it, thinking like it had some ice in it or something, but there was no ice. But I kept pouring it into my coffee, and then it didn't like when I was shaking it, it wasn't loosening up. So I like attempted to pour some of it out, and when I started pouring it out, it was like these thick chunks of like some type of substance. I don't know what it was, but it was super thick, it was super slimy, and that did it for me. That did it for me for my hazelnut coffee mate. Didn't drink anymore, poured it out, never looked back. So now I'm drinking Simple Truth. In fact, I'm out of it because, like I said, I didn't even have enough for my coffee this morning, but this is the one that I'm drinking now. It's called Simple Truth, and it's oat milk. So this one's pretty good. I didn't see it like on the assassination list last night, so I don't know if it's good or if it's bad or what it is, but I guess it's a little bit better than what I was doing with the coffee mate. But yeah, my cardiologist asked me once, he was like, do you drink coffee? And I'm like, yes, I drink coffee. He's like, okay, so tell me about that. And he's like, because drinking coffee is not bad for you. He says it's what you're putting in the coffee that makes it bad. And he's like, black coffee's great. He says, but if you're adding cream and you're adding sugar and all that stuff, and I add all that good stuff, it's not good for you. So, you know, we slack back a little bit when the doctors tell us that, and then we go back to being bad. But he said that in most 90% of creamers, that they're made of plastics, that they're made of hard plastics, and that in essence is what clogs up your arteries, and that's not good for me. That's not good for me at all. So, you know, I'm really gonna have to straighten myself up in this lane and try to, you know, if I'm gonna continue coffee, I think I'm gonna go black. I'm gonna try one more again, as the old folks used to say. Try one more again. And last night I wrote down a couple of the creamers that were at the top of the list, that these specials highly recommended. And let me get my eyes. One of them was Malt Organic Coffee Creamer. It's called Malt Organic Coffee Creamer. And then the other one is called Organic Valley Grass Milk, and it's a half and half. So Organic Valley Grass Milk, which is a half and half, and Malt Organic Coffee Creamer. And I guess these can be found at Whole Foods, and I think one of them on Amazon. But nonetheless, I'm gonna give those two a whirl, see how they work for me. And if that doesn't do it, and we continue to get the bad reviews as far as the coffee creamers are concerned, I am just gonna stop with the coffee, because I can't do it black. Can't do it black. And just have to go back to teas like I did in my younger days. But coffee's so fulfilling to me. Like, I want to wake up and I want to smell my coffee. Coffee's my thing, you know? Yeah, but I have to be careful because I do have 2 stents as a result of my heart attack. And I can't afford to have my arteries clogged with bad things, including a lot of sugar and stuff. So even though I was showing you guys out the candy aisle the other day, I've learned to be so much better, because I'm so bad with, I was, and I'm still like on the potter's wheel trying to discipline myself as far as sugar is concerned. But sugar is my weakness. How long have I been on here? 9 minutes? I don't want to keep you guys too long, but sugar is my weakness. I have no willpower whatsoever. So I'm that person that brings in cookies or bakes pies, and you know how people can just have a couple of cookies. They can just have a couple of cookies, piece of pie, piece of cake. I'm not that person. I'm gonna walk all night and I'm gonna slice pie all night. I'm gonna go in the cab. I'm gonna eat cookies all night. I'm gonna eat them until they're gone, basically until the next day. I cannot keep sugar and sweets in the house, so I don't buy them. I don't buy them because I don't have the willpower to discipline myself to do right by them. So I'm that sugar fiend, but I am doing so much better. It's something in your metabolism. I don't know how the science works, but the longer I go without sugar, the better I am. And then when I break that cycle and I do have a cookie or a candy bar or something like that, then that just makes my body want more and continue to want more. And then before you know it, I'm buying the break and bake cookies and putting them in the oven and baking 12 cookies and eating 12 cookies. Yeah, I do that. I do that. So anyway, guys, I got some runs I got to make today, and then I got a Zoom call later I got to do. I don't really feel like doing it, but we got to suit up and do what we have to do for the day. Got a little nudge of a headache. I'm gonna make myself a smoothie with some fruit and some protein powder. And I'm gonna get out there and do what I gotta do. Rolo's gotta get his nails trimmed today. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. I hope that you guys find your joyful pause in your day and take some time out to take some deep breaths and exhales, inhales and some exhales, and just find some happy place out there in the world today. I know it's difficult. I know it's really hard. I know that I was out yesterday and the price of gas and groceries and just any little thing is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, people can't even afford to just get their bare essentials of the things that they need. Paper towels, plastic bags, everything's just doubled, and it just keeps continuously going up. This war has got this world in such a terrible place, and the gun violence, and you know, there's just so much negativity going on that we could harp on, but we can't get stuck in that place. We can't anchor ourselves in the darkness. We have to pull ourselves up and find a higher spot and look to God and continue to pray and continue to hold on and continue to have faith, and knowing that, you know, there's gonna be light at the end of the tunnel, and that He's gonna see us through. He's always in control, no matter how dark and dismal it looks out there. God is always in control, and we have to just keep that in the forefront of our minds and be mindful of that. So with that, guys, I just want to again thank you and let you know how much I appreciate everyone for subscribing to me, for viewing my channel, for listening to me, for hearing me out, for following me. I appreciate you all. If you like my channel, subscribe to my channel, share my channel, so that I can be of an encouragement to somebody else out there in the hemisphere. Just for some hope, for some light. Anyway, guys, until my next video, make it a great day out there for yourself, okay? Take care.